Welcome to the Personal Development and Mindset Audiobook Summary series, presented by MBB Biswanath Subhash Panda. The Power of Now, A Guide to Spiritual Enlightenment by Eckhart Tolle. This book explores the importance of living in the present moment and offers guidance on achieving a state of mindfulness and inner peace. This summary will cover The Power of Now, A Guide to Spiritual Enlightenment. Introduction, Awakening to the Present Moment. Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now is a profoundly transformative guide to spiritual awakening. It urges readers to break free from the tyranny of their thoughts and embrace the present moment. By identifying with our mind-created sense of self, we become trapped in time, either lost in the past or anxious about the future. Tolle's teachings illuminate the path to inner peace, offering a way to transcend suffering and discover the deep joy and serenity that exists now. This powerful journey will inspire and motivate you. Chapter 1, You Are Not Your Mind. Tolle opens by challenging our fundamental identification with thought. The mind is an incredible tool, but when it dominates our consciousness, it creates endless chatter, distractions, and suffering. He introduces the concept of the watcher, the silent awareness behind our thoughts. This watcher is the part of us that can observe our minds without attachment, allowing us to see that we are not our thoughts, but the presence that perceives them. This understanding is a key aspect of mindfulness practices. Practicing this awareness frees us from automatic mental patterns, making space for deep inner peace. He emphasizes the importance of being overcompulsive, suggesting that true intelligence arises when we are fully present. Chapter 2, Consciousness, The Way Out of Pain. Tolle explores how much human suffering arises from identification with past traumas or future anxieties. The more we resist or deny the present moment, the more we suffer. Pain accumulates in what he calls the pain body, a reservoir of past emotional wounds. By bringing awareness to the present, we dissolve the pain body's grip. He suggests that pain exists only in resistance. When we fully accept the now, suffering diminishes. The key to liberation is to witness pain without feeding it with further thought. Chapter 3, Moving Deeply into the Now. Tolle introduces a radical yet simple idea: the present moment is all we have. The mind, however, constantly projects into the future or relives the past. We anchor ourselves in the now through mindfulness practices like deep breathing and sensory awareness. He provides simple exercises, noticing the gaps between thoughts, observing bodily sensations, and engaging fully in each action without distraction. When we surrender to the present, we align with life's natural flow. Chapter 4, Mind Strategies for Avoiding the Now. The ego resists the now because it thrives on time-based identity, stories of past achievements or future fears. Tolle explains the ego is deeply invested in suffering, perpetuating a cycle of dissatisfaction. One of its tactics is to create false urgency, thinking that happiness exists somewhere in the future. He dispels this illusion, asserting that fulfillment is only possible here and now. He urges readers to remain watchful of sound patterns and choose presence instead. Chapter 5, The State of Presence. Presence is the essence of spiritual enlightenment. It is a deep aliveness beyond thought, accessible at any moment. Tolle differentiates between clock time, practical scheduling, the time we use to plan our day and meet deadlines, and psychological time, mental projections that create suffering, the time we spend dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. Understanding and managing these two types of time is key to mindfulness practices. We experience true intelligence and creative power when we surrender to the now. This state is not passive, but dynamic and deeply engaged with life. He encourages readers to cultivate presence by surrendering judgment and expectation. Chapter 6, The Inner Body, A Portal to Presence. Tolle describes the body as a gateway to presence. We move beyond conceptual thought and into direct experience by shifting our attention to inner sensations. He introduces the practice of feeling the inner energy field, the aliveness within. By staying connected to the body's presence, we quiet the mind and experience peace. He highlights the breath as a powerful tool for returning to presence. Chapter 7, Portals into the Unmanifested, Beyond the Material World. Tolle speaks of the unmanifested, the formless essence of existence. By surrendering to the now, we access this deeper dimension of stillness and awareness. Silence, stillness, and deep attention are portals to the unmanifested. He suggests tapping into this space with meditation, nature, and deep presence. This practice reveals a more profound truth: we are not separate individuals, but part of an interconnected whole. Chapter 8, Enlightened Relationships. Tolle explores how presence transforms relationships. Most relationships are entangled in neediness, projections, and ego battles. True love arises not from attachment, but from deep presence. We cultivate unconditional love by being fully present with another without judgment or expectation. The key is to witness patterns of reactivity without getting lost in them. Conscious relationships are rooted in presence, not past wounds. Chapter 9, Beyond Happiness and Unhappiness. Peace. True peace is not the absence of problems but the acceptance of life as it is. Tolle distinguishes between transient happiness and deep inner peace. By embracing the present moment without resistance, we access an unshakable serenity. He encourages us to trust life's unfolding, surrendering to the intelligence of the now. Chapter 10, The Meaning of Surrender. Surrender is not about resignation, but about fully accepting what is. It means releasing resistance to the present moment and trusting its wisdom. Resistance causes suffering, while surrender allows life to flow effortlessly. Tolle assures us that surrender does not mean inaction, it simply means acting from a place of presence rather than from fear or struggle. Conclusion: Living the Power of Now. Tolle's message is simple yet profound: only real life happens now. By shifting attention from mind chatter to deep presence, we transcend suffering and awaken to our true nature. The journey to enlightenment is not about achieving something in the future, it is about awakening to the perfection of this very moment. Final thought: the power of now is not a privilege of a few, but a gift available to anyone at any time. It is not something to attain, but something to recognize. In presence, all problems dissolve, and only peace remains. This universal message makes us all part of a larger community united in our pursuit of peace and mindfulness. If you enjoyed this audiobook summary, take a moment to share it with others, subscribe to the channel, and give it a like. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Share your feedback to help us improve, and let us know in the comments if there's a specific audiobook summary you'd like to hear next. Subscribers can download the free audiobook summary PDF from the link below. Thank you very much.